environment. I'm currently using CSI 9.01.00 and factory track version 6.01.10. So the job receipt transaction is under Make It menu. Walk into the job receipt and I scan the order number. And since this is a lot control item, it's prompting me for what lot are you actually reporting. So I'm going to actually generate a new lot on the fly. I'm not going to scan a pre-existing lot. So it automatically, the scanner automatically generated a new lot based on the lot prefix rules which are set up at the item master in CSI, which is probably the order number followed by the date, which is May 27, 2019, followed by a random generated number. And then I'm going to confirm how much quantity. So the required quantity shows as 2 remaining on this order. So I'm going to report 1, and I can capture the document number if there is, or a document number is not a mandatory field. As you can see, only the ones which are marked as an asterisk are mandatory fields. So I'm going to skip this, and now I'm going to report this to inventory. So I'm going to choose the finished good location for this. I'm going to scan the finished good location, and I'm going to report this to inventory. So once the transaction has been successfully posted, you can see the message, this transaction is successful. And FactoryTrack also supports the concept of cross-docking, where if you have any immediate requirement of this item against a sales order or a customer order, where it has to be shipped right away, if I can go ahead and instead of moving this to stockroom inventory, I can directly move this to the shipping dock location or the staging location against a customer order. For now, I'm going to go ahead and not do the cross-docking, and FactoryTrack also supports label printing. So I'm going to go and print a barcode label as well. So I'm going to input the quantities. Here is my default printer. I can also change my printer if I have to. I can choose the available printers from the list. And I can also choose how many copies of each label do I want to print. If I want to stick the label on both ends of the pallet or on the box, I can choose to print 2 labels as well, and I can go ahead and confirm the printing. So if we switch back to CSI and look at how this translates, so you can see this is the material transactions form. I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and you can see that a finished good transaction has been posted against the job that we just did for the quantity of 1. Here is the quantity listed, and most importantly, we also this is a real-time transaction. So unlike the move, which is native to Sightline or CSI, is a batch transaction where you create the move transaction and then you post it later as a 2-step process. This will bypass the batch processing and perform the transaction in real time. So as soon as the transaction is completed on the scanner, it is immediately updating your job order and inventory as well in CSI. Okay, hope that is informative. With that, I'm going to move on to the transfer order. So for the transfer order, I've created an order in CSI, an order from where I'm going to move this inventory from. Let's take a look at the line here. I'm going to move this item, a padded seat, from my distribution warehouse to my main warehouse where it will be used for assembly, for the main assembly. So create an order, transfer order for the quantity of 1. The shipment date is scheduled for today, and it's scheduled to be received on 29th. You can see the current status is not shipped, and it's also not in received status. So let me go ahead and switch to FactoryTrack. And the transfer order shipping transaction is under Ship It menu. And here is the transfer order. So I'm going to go ahead and scan the order number. Let me see what warehouse I'm in right now. So because I've scheduled this to transfer from distribution to main warehouse, let's go ahead and check what warehouse I'm assigned to right now. Okay, currently my warehouse is main, so I'm going to change this to a distribution warehouse. I'm going to go ahead and change this to distribution, save it. Now I'm going to navigate back to the ship it transfer transaction. So let me go ahead and scan the order number, and it prompted me for line. The line is only 1. So it shows, okay, here is the item. that needs to be picked and shipped from Dallas site to Dallas. This is I'm only logged into one single site, so I'm actually shipping this from distribution warehouse to main warehouse. So the location would be, what location am I actually picking this item from? So if I don't know, I can also do the pop-up. It shows me the available locations where this inventory is available. So it shows there's a total of 989 available pieces available. So I can go and walk up there, scan the location, confirm the quantity that I'm actually picking one, and go ahead and process the transaction. Process successful means that the item is now actually loaded onto the truck and is in transit status. So if I go ahead and refresh the transfer order line, the current status is not shipped. So if I go and refresh, you can see that the ship date is updated, and also the ship quantity is also updated on in CSI. And the current status is then from ordered status to it is changed to transit status. So now I'm going to change my warehouse back to main, and I'll try to go ahead and receive that item into the main warehouse. So for that, I'm going to go into my change warehouse. I'm going to change it to main, and the transfer to receiving transaction is under the get it menu. So if I go into the get it, transfer to receive transaction, go ahead and scan the order number. An item is not a mandatory. I can look up all the lines on the transfer order. Since we have only one line, it automatically took me to the details screen, and it's showing, okay, one has been ordered, one has been shipped, and nothing has been received, and how much is available to receive. So this is asking me where I'm actually going to receive this. So I'm going to go ahead and receive this to my stockroom location, and it defaulted my receipt quantity to 1. I can change that. If I want to receive partials, I can also do that, but in this case, I'm going to go ahead and confirm the total received of 1 quantity. So right now the status isn't shipped, and if I go ahead and refresh this, the received quantity is also updated, and the receipt date is also captured in CSI. Okay. Hope that helps. Wong, and if there's any information that you need, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.